Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning into our channel, Becky's So Inspired. My name is Emily and this is Shaylin, and today we are going to be going over the proper way to use a heat press, and today we are using a pink press specifically.
Okay, so this is also part 2 to our pumpkin video. Today I'll be using the Stahls brand of our heat press, and if you come close, we're going to show you some features about it. Okay, so first, when you first turn it on, which is you turn on in the back, the first thing that's going to pull up is a 200. That's your starting temperature. So as it goes higher, according to what you set, if you hit mode here in the center, it's going to give you your temperature, set, and time as you hit mode. I have it set to 375 because we're using a shirt, and then I'm going to hit mode, and it's going to show me my time. I'm going to have it set for 10 seconds. So each time that I press it down completely and lock it, it's going to count down from 10 and then make a beeping sound for me to lift it up. Okay, so after I hit this again, it's going to tell me what temperature I'm at right now. I had it turned on. It takes about 15 minutes total to warm up completely. This right here is going to be my pressure. So if you're working with something thicker, then you're going to have to loosen it. If you're working with something super tiny, then you may have to add more pressure just according to what project you're working with. This right here, once it's pressed down onto the other, that's what's going to lock it in, and that's when it's going to start timing down. So each time I'm going to put a layer on of our pumpkin, then it's going to count down from 10. I'm going to lift it up, remove the plastic, and then bring it back up, and then put the next piece down.
Tell them how large the area is.
This one is a 12 by 15. There are bigger sizes that we can order for you, and there's some that have more accessories, but this one that we're working with right now is a 12 by 15. If I lift off my shirt, you can kind of see it, and it has an open area at the bottom, so it's easier to put on shirts and bags. It's easier to work with. We're using a cheap shirt today, and I'm going to use the V-neck to find my center point for my pumpkin. So when I slide it on, I can use that as my center point, and then I can slide it back up according to how big my pumpkin is. I want to make sure that I have only the first layer of the shirt inside of my heat press, and if you're working with a shirt with buttons, make sure that the buttons is not underneath into the pressing area. Alright, so we are now at 375 degrees. So now I'm going to find the placement for my first part. So I'm going to layer this out. And I'm going to put all three of them on top of each other just to show you what I'm doing first. So I'm going to show you that. And then next would be this part. And then I'm going to put on the little stem. So now I know that I have to lift up my pumpkin higher because the stem is really close to that V-line. So now I know I need to scoot it down and see how close it is. Okay, so that's about an inch from the top, so that's perfect. Alrighty, so now I'm going to put my craft paper on. It's like 99 cents here at Becky's Sewing Center. And I'm going to place it on top of it to make sure that it isn't going to affect the transfer vinyl.
And for those of you that don't know, craft paper is just another word for a pressing cloth.
That's heat retardant.
Press, yeah. Heat press.
Okay, so now it's counting down from 10, and I have it locked in. So now it's making my little beeping sound. I'll lift it up. And now I'm going to slowly lift this off.
And we are working with warm peel or hot peel vinyl. Some brands are cold, so you really need to check on that. But what that basically means is that since this is hot peel, we need to actually take our little transfer tape off while it's still good and warm.
Alright, so now all I'm doing is I'm making sure that my orange is covering the black, just so that we have that good shadow effect of the jack-o'-lantern. And because I'm using a black shirt, it's not going to matter as much, but if I was working with a white shirt or something I could see it easier on, you'd definitely want to watch that. So once I get that in placement where I want it, then I put back on my craft paper, and we're going to press it again. And if you start to lift it up and it comes off with it, just means you need to press it again. Or maybe use a hotter temperature. Alright, so we're up to the stem now. So I'm going to place it kind of down on the head a little bit. And give it a little twirl look. Alright, now I'm going to put my craft paper back on. And press it again. I know, guys, the anticipation's killing you. Alright, so now we're going to lift this back off. And I'm going to press it one more time just to make sure that my vinyl is going to stay on there very well and last over time. You do not want your vinyl to come off at all. We want it to withstand some loads of laundry.
Yeah, because if you guys haven't noticed, if you've ever done it with an iron, it'll peel. It's just because I believe that when you use the heat press, it just gets a more even coating, and it just goes on and stays on smoother.
And it gets hotter. Alright, so now I'm going to lift it off here. And there we have it.
Ta-da! Our Halloween jack-o'-lantern. How cute. Okay, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in to our episode of Becky So Inspired. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our page. If you have anything that you would like to see in the future, or you have any comments, just leave them in the comment section below. And you can also follow us online at Facebook and at Instagram at Becky's Sewing Center. Thank you so much. Goodbye.